getting married, for example, a Hindu girl was getting married to a Muslim man, that used to actually have quite a disparaging situation, because you went from a fairly liberal legal environment for the woman to a fairly illiberal legal environment for her. And the real advantage, the big advantage to the normal citizen is that fraudulent marriages get caught. Because if you remember the love jihad cases that used to be brought out, a lot of them used to be that a assumed identity is taken, and then later the assumed, once the complete buy-in has happened, whether by way of being completely in love or being impregnated or some kind of life having been set up, then the revelation is made that in fact, no, this was an assumed identity and there's a prior marriage. But the marriage with you is also legal because you are, because I belong to a culture in which this marriage can be permitted. All that anyway is gone now. You can't have any cultures in which bigamy is permitted under this act. But registration had that purpose. And that is the real definition, real intent even behind live-in. But because these live-in relationships had become the vehicle for this purpose. I kept asking myself, I can understand Delhi having a law on live-in relationships. I can understand Mumbai having a law on live-in relationships.
Why Uttarakhand?
The registers of marriage and divorces, the registers of appeals and such other registers as may be prescribed, which are maintained under this part, shall at all reasonable times be open for inspection by any person. I can be anybody in the world. I can go up to the registrar's office and try and take your record. On the positive side, yes, the purpose appears to be to prevent fraudulent marriages with people who have otherwise contracted marriages. Militarization of certain sections of society against certain kinds of unions and certain kinds of marriages, in relation to which they may or may not have had information in the past, but today they will have information. Openly, they will have information by sanction of this particular section. So I ask myself this question: was this prompted by this massive change in demography in Uttarakhand? And is the state surreptitiously essentially saying we want to be able to dissuade as slightly as we possibly can unions which will cause a further change in demography?